Ooh. Wow, I do not have proper bit rates. Alright. That tells me everything I need to know. Alright, hopefully this time it works, because I am sick and tired of things not working. Now, as previously shown over there, this is what I wanted the first view of the world to be. Well, I'm not too sure what my friend Raven was building there, but I dug out this tunnel. Well, built in with the tunnel. My friend Raven dug out the whole tunnel. Wow, this snow texture's ass. Anyways, so this is probably like the first view of everything that we have so far. My ex-friend Chuckles built the house over there and then suddenly disappeared about a few months back, and I never really heard from him again. It's probably on YouTube somewhere, but at this point I expect it. Yeah, died without really living. A stone gym. Oh, I didn't do very much Now I will show most of everything that does matter, or anything that has been built before, which means I will explore more than I usually do in my video in my world showcase. So that direction we'll deal with later. But this is the Silver Tongue Trader. I built this building. Somebody else named it Bloodborne. This house was built by Bloodborne. He never really finished it, and I think he wanted to like make it for sale, but like, nope, we don't have enough people who play the world to do something like that, I don't think. Which is unfortunate. This is Bloodborne's house. He built this way later into the thing, to our server, about 1,000. Nice with his couch, his coffin, everything gear. Goes upstairs. Also, I'm sick, by the way. Into this nice little nook. That's his reading throne, in a sense. Or, yeah, his chair. That's what it is, his chair. We'll head back this way for just a second, because another one of Bloodborne's works is over here. Right past this bamboo. It's a caved-in house. Excuse me. It is caved-in house here. I honestly don't know what this building is supposed to be, because the builder of it never told anyone of us about what it was supposed to be. This is Cars 2 DVD. And here's Hunter's house. As you could tell, he's a very alpha. He played back the older player, just by the house design. Probably one of my more or less favorite little houses due to the uniqueness, but he doesn't add much to it, and hell, the last time he played, he didn't add really anything to it. Not bad. He built this shack here. Not much to say about it, really, but there's just a lot of failed empty buildings and projects. A little stable for his horse I gave him. Heading down this way, we can cut. We'll cut down to Hunter's Mines. One of my favorite little stories about this spot is I hit somebody off of a... when Hunter was building all of this, he wasn't going to put glass right down this section. And then I punched him off the ladder, and he decided, after landing in the lava, to put stuff there. This is our sorting machine. Pain in the ass to build and maintain. I'm going to show you the lodge. It's a storage shed, by the way. It's not finished. I'm not building it. It's Bloodborne's. Here's the lounge built by Raven. E Pluribus Unum Memorial. I helped kind of design some of this kitchen. It's not fully done yet. I feel like I could do a lot more, but I just haven't had time to work on it. Occasionally, we would have come here and just chilled and talked for a bit, but nowadays, no one ever gets on. So, yeah. Heading down this way is the main center of our town. We have our little garden here, a cobbler. And I think I added a basement section, or was adding a basement at one point. Nice little cobbler's home. This is my personal home. I'm still working on it. There's a lot of things I still need to do, but I created this in 10/18/2024. My little cat room. We have Morgan Fishman, Simon Cowell, and Chalk. It used to only be like this floor, but then I expanded it upwards not too long ago to this bedroom, which my only two lights are. We have Caesar, we have Bernardo, and we have Angelus Mortis. Heading back down, and even further, we have my basement, a guest bedroom. This was going to be a library, but I haven't really finished it. I've only carved out and filled up the hole. Heading down this way leads to our basement. All of the riches that I built up over the last couple months playing. Leading down into this little cave system that I hollowed out. This is the sorting machine. I don't remember where I took the design from, but I took it, modified it to fit what I needed. Now it's just rows and rows of minecarts, and all I could say is it works. It's not perfect, but it works. Over here is a map of our entire place. There is a lot more that I need to do with it, but I haven't touched it up in a bit. Storage room, a little cave area, wheat, all of my named fish. But if you're wondering, yes, Cars DVD is in there somewhere. I designed this. This is our upside down fountain, which was a recreation of our actual fountain, which is upstairs. This is where Raven lives, or as he goes by Soundwave. Here's my cage. His basement. I designed part of this, but he did all of the detail. I just built the walls and shit. I built the upstairs for him here, though. I built this whole house for him because he used to live in a dirt shack. Hence why this area is still dirt, because I wanted him to still feel like he was at home. Upstairs he has a balcony, if I can get up here. He hasn't put anything in here, surprisingly, but it does lead to a balcony which drops down to our fountain. There is a lodestone, and I did make that before the when it was netherite and not iron. This is a cafe, a running joke that we spent months not building the cafe, and finally I decided to build the cafe because originally it used to be a giant square. as you can tell. And I had to basically redesign it to fit more into this nicer, cozier cafe aesthetic, which I should have added another chair or two, but oh well. That is the E Pluribus Unum. I'll explain that. And yes, that is the ISR. Heading over here is the Hunter Port, where you can find the end. This is another one of the things that still needs to be done, but the basic layout is here. I plan to expand it off that way and build big ships around it. Though, plans are just plans until they're completed. There's really not much I can say about E Pluribus Unum, except that one man built this entire thing. All of it. The only spot I even worked on was adding dirt down up there. That was it. And he asked me for that. So technically he still did it on his own will. So heading over here is his trophy room. Giant skeleton. The unknown bone. A bone given to me by my daughter Squad Talk. I'm unsure if she got it, where she got it, what animal. Hopefully an animal. It's from, but a gift's a gift. No life scythe. The weapon used by my mortal enemy, No Life. I took it from him because of what he's done to me. That fucking weeb. Glit spell. A bell used by my daughter Glit. Used to be to wear as an accessory, might as well be used. An air horn. Entering the room. Deer Park 100% natural spring water. The most hydrating, flavorful, superb drink in the universe. I've also noticed it gives whomsoever it consumes it super speed. Oh, that's funny. Ravage's jacket. That's me. Jacket worn by my son Ravage with a pentagram in the back. I believe it was a part of his little book club from years back. A crystal used by my son. Buzzsaw sword gives it the ability to glow and be sharper than a razor blade. My wife's feather. A feather from my first wife, AB. She's gone now. But it's a reminder that no life will die. Sharp tooth. From my son, Halblack. He always had a mouthful of sharp teeth, even when he's just a baby. I wonder where he's gone. A list of slurs, and it's also a list of slurs I used against one of my mortal enemy squiggles. Most of the people he's mentioned are people from a very long gone past. He's just it's a lot. He spelled Imperium wrong. Ha. A lot of these are specifically people from his past that matter to him. And I can't say a lot of people matter in that sense, but that's just where it's from. I guess No Life is one of the more common ones. I haven't seen him in a long time, honestly. So heading down here to the left leads to a storage room and his project, which personally it's just he sells weed. Yep, like any normal man. Heading upstairs and to the right leads into the jazz room. His own little stage, piano, and I'm not showing you the back rooms because you're not allowed in there. This is the middle room, I guess you can call it, more or less a bridge that leads down to his train. Don't ask me how he put one in here, but he did. He said he wanted one and he built it. So, yeah. over here is his little his four golden guardians, which leads to his golden throne. A very powerful throne. I remember him unveiling it. He had everybody in the server at the time come around and join. And it's funny because all of those gold blocks were stolen from everybody. He went around and he stole every single one of them just to prove a point. And he with 34 of them exactly. I still remember the exact number of blocks he stole. 34. Because I was still paying him back because I was going to clean up his mess. Like I always do. Now this is more just the underground part of his shrine he made. You can find Deer Park 100% natural spring water. Also books of heresy up here. Which I did. It was a long time ago. But it is a very sad thing looking back now from all the accomplishments, I guess you can say. A lot of work was put into this world, and sadly it just fell out of playing. A lot of people stopped playing it. And I understand. Welcome to the Niga Chinese restaurant. Built by Raven. It's our favorite little dine-in for cats and dogs alike. There's stairs that leads down to show the how this contraption's made, which is just a wave machine, as you can see. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm surprised it still works now. I personally like the waviness of it. And then you have his hands. There's interiors to them. I just don't know how the hell you're supposed to get into them now. Because he destroyed the only thing that was keeping them together. Well, they're supposed to connect in... He was going to connect them to the ground eventually, but... Well, yeah. You could tell this one was built after this one just by the design being a lot more, yeah. But even an accomplishment of building a hand that looks like a fucking hand and arms is difficult. As said, I only helped out with that bottom section. But that was the last time we played together on this world, and it's been a long time since I've ever really interacted with anyone here aside from Bloodborne, and that was months ago. It kind of gets to a point where friends don't necessarily always come and go, but sometimes it feels like that. I think out of out of everyone I have brought here, there's not a single person that still plays anymore. So this was built by one of my ex-friends, Dark Lord. Hello, random person with name I can't understand. So Dark Lord built the Eye of Sauron as his first ever builds, and unfortunately, I wouldn't say we fell out, but we definitely fell out a little bit. God! Fuck. A lot of this area... Fuck. Apologies. I am sick, so this is just what I do when I'm free. That's the gas station, I think. I could be wrong. There's a poorhouse down there. There's nowhere you can jump off from. which I need to change that later. Where is the lightning rod? That's so fucking loud. I honestly hate that stair design. I have not seen... Everyone I've ever been around hates it, and I don't know why it does that. This is another one of the buildings Raven had made. Unfortunately, it's just not finished, like a lot of things in the world. And as to the point I was making earlier, a lot of nothing ever stays the same. I wish I would like to say I'd like to have groups of friends who would just continue to play different games together and all that, but can't say it's a possibility in this world where everything is perfect. Heading out this way. Is the motel. I did mean to show this earlier, but I haven't had the chance. That's the end of the sorting machine. This motel, I have done a lot of interior like planning, but I never really finished it. Lord Megatron Jr. This 4x4 staircase that actually functions. It's not that easy. Oh yeah, I remember why I stopped building. I ran out of materials. Now, in order to really understand, this is only about a month's worth of work. We really haven't had a lot of time on this world. Granted, that's what you should expect. Oh, I started working on that earlier, actually. That's supposed to be a church, but I haven't. I just started on it. Eventually. Get there. I wish the rain would go away. Damn. This is 100% a pure survival world. Like, there's no commands, there's no none of that, so I can't clear up the weather. My apologies. So heading out this way leads into the plains, I guess you could say. Or what did I name it? There's a certain... there's a name for it, but I can't quite remember what it was. Parter shot. Remember to carve your own path in this world. This partially unfinished highway was something I made a long time ago, as I realized we need more land. The idea was I was going to build a whole farming village, and unfortunately it never came to fruition. Mostly because trying to build in a world alone is difficult. You have the sanctum there, and that way to the farm. This spot is just a rest stop. I built... Heading out this... we can look at the sanctum real quick. Well, no. We'll look at that later. Because I know a way to get to it from another spot. I carved out this forest path a while back and tried to fill it up with trees. Still waiting on the trees to grow. Block out some of the view because I want it to guide you in a sense. Because that's the whole flow of the world, is I want you to feel like you're able to be driven somewhere. But fuck me. No, I'm sorry. We haven't had the chance to get there. And I haven't had the chance to get there. It's a shame that nobody plays on the realm anymore, and I'm one of those people that's included. This is the farm. Up here was supposed to be a ranch house, but I gave up on it a long time ago. And I just set it on fire, and now it's just this. I wasted a lot of materials, honestly. I just didn't want to break them. It's wood. You'll get more wood. I should have done this floor a lot better, but I just didn't think about detail. Ah, that was bad. Sinus infections suck. Little loft room around the time I was building it, you know. But yeah, the farm was supposed to expand beyond this point down towards this way. Look, you see, the irony about this is that there is a nether portal. That will take you back to the village. Like the main village, which is funny to me. Because I don't understand how nether portals work. I thought this week I would make a nether highway, but nope, watch it. I cannot wait for this to just not work. God, it's been a while since I've been in here. Heading that way leads to a few shacks and whatnot. There's just nobody there, so. But then, same portal. And now, I'm over here. Okay. That's just fucking great. There's another portal for the. It's been fucking forever since I saw this. I forgot that there's a certain spot you're not supposed to step in the portal. And I don't understand why it does it, but it keeps making portals right there. Even though there's a portal, like, right over fucking here. There we have the underground section. There's a lot to the world that we haven't done. Yeah, that portal was supposed to connect over here to the other portals. I just think it's weird that one it teleports you over there. But yeah. Also, like, this world is fucking weird. We got that's like the second one that's on the ship that does that. But yeah. That is the entire world as far as I can really tell or remember. I just think it's a shame that after all of this time, I mean months, it's left like this. But let it be more or less a statement of just life in general. Things will come and go, but that doesn't mean it has to be forgotten. I haven't touched this realm in months, and 4/8/2025 was the last time I did it, and hell, that was the last time I touched this world. The last time any of my friends got together to play this world was like 4 or 5 months ago. We have strived we have pushed to work and build on all of this, but in the end, nobody's here to really see it anymore. That's why I wanted to show the world, not because of any prior motivation of spite or anger, but because I want people to see that there's more to saving and building on one lonely world, with or without your friends, than it's a bigger importance than you think. And to even see the crazy accomplishments of your own friends around you and see them months later, it's a change. It's it's comforting. I loved this world for months. This is one of my favorite worlds. This alone was the best time of my own life, of my friendships, of just having people around. And now it's gone. And I'm not upset. I really wish more people enjoyed the time they had with friends before they were gone. Because now I look back and I miss it. I honestly do. I can't wait for the day that maybe, just maybe, one of us will get on and say, hey, let's do some goofy shit. I can't quite say I've heard that in a while. But that's all. If I would not die for like 6 seconds, that would have been really nice. But fuck me. Take care of yourselves. Don't do anything irrational and just have fun. That's all that really matters, isn't it? Maybe at some point I'll come back and do something way more fun. And I apologize for the shittier quality. I don't got no powerful internet for streaming. But yeah, that's the world. If you come back and watch this later, I apologize deeply for the coughing in this naughty bowl. It happens. You get sick, you can't do nothing about it, but you still want to do things. So many. Saints Port, that's what we call it. Saints Port. What dumbass. But if you're a friend who watches this, hi. I don't know why you're here. I don't know why you watched this far if you have. If you're a random person, I'll do something eventually. I'll get back in videos, I'll do things, but for now, like, subscribe, do all that hippy-dippy shit. I'll have better things coming along the way. Hopefully, when I'm not sick, that would be very nice. I'm pretty sure you guys will be comforted with that. And if you want to see more of this world later on down the line, let me know. That's it. I'm going home. A final comment I have to say is, this is my garden. I love it. I should have showed it to you, but I didn't. Yeah.